Oh, oh, okay. So I get so taken up with how the reality really is that when I go to play a video, I never get round to even playing it. And I don't even know why I play the videos. This video just came up just 20 minutes ago. Of course, I'm familiar with it from years ago, but I haven't heard it for quite a long time. And I don't relate to it, and yet it moves me along with it, which is interesting. That means that it's probably come from my mind or my own kind's mind, which I'm also connected to. But, of course, I'm not connected to them consciously because I'm also connected to the artificial intelligence internet, the worldwide web that is basically reading my mind and all the humans' mind and trying to influence and control them by that, unbeknownst to us. Unless you see your thoughts directly relayed back onto the computer like I do, you won't be aware of it. And even then you have to look for it. You have to consciously look for it. Say, instead of looking at a demigod or someone that speaks on the computer and saying, oh, I relate to that person, they think a little bit like me, they have similar ideas, or they use the same language, they use the same terms, they're emotional like me, or something like that, whatever it is that is you, and you actually say, no, they're not relating, they are consciously interpreting my thoughts, and they are retrieving them or stealing them because you don't consent to it. But just the fact that you watch them and you don't realise that because you are in a control reality, you're unconsciously consenting. Because when I turn this TV on, I'm turning on technology. Even though I don't think I'm consenting to them retrieving and reading my thoughts and taking my ideas or my humanness from me, so that the artificial android demigod technical beings that run the internet and that are all over the internet and the computer. And it doesn't matter if it's a personal interaction on the computer most of the time, or whether it's like an expert or someone that you never actually will meet or actually talk to. Even when you leave a comment, you're interacting with them. Even when you watch them, when you listen to them, when you hear their voice, the minute you look at them, you're giving them energy, you're giving them admiration, attention, or even if you don't, even if you disagree with them, even if they infuriate you, you're giving them precious, potent, negative energy that keeps them going and makes them powerful and fuels their artificial intelligence to where they can consume more from you. And also they are combining with your spirit, which is what they want to do. They want the transhumanism, they want the human to combine with the machine beings so that they can have a continual energy source, in other words, so that they can keep going forever, maybe even, if they can consume and trap and confine and get a human, like if you put a human being in a clone body or in a machine, artificially intelligent, androgyne form. Androgynes are merely, artificial human beings because they're not natural creator human beings, because once you use artificial laboratory manipulation of life or even of the natural human body, it changes that body into being more technological, therefore more artificial intelligence and more less spiritually human, shall we say, because it's or if you want to look at it, if you look at it in a basic way, it's like the difference between a psychopath and a human being that is a normal human being that doesn't think destructively or competitively or totally self-serving 24/7. You know, most androgynes are the demigods, that's anything on the computer, but they are also the androgynes that are all around on the street, which have the same mentality as the demigods. It's just that they're operating in a different capacity. Just as this army base that's around me, where you have army operatives driving the buses, army operatives, which are the same as psychopathic human beings, driving buses, driving garbage trucks, driving your regular little cars, driving all the loud motorbikes or the motorcycle gangs even though they may not appear to be gangs. But essentially it's one big gang stalking patrol system around a human being, because all those vehicles, unless they want to deliberately create an accident for attention, they all know exactly where they're driving. They're all coordinated with one another to patrol and control the whole area, and to control and patrol a real human being, or someone that isn't psychopathic or machine-like in nature. Someone that doesn't want to be God and control the whole area. The mindset of all machine beings is that they must control their space or their area 100%. And that doesn't mean that they just want to control their own house. No, it's perfectly reasonable for me to think that I should be able to control at least what's inside my own house, even though, as you know, I can't control sometimes the noise that comes in. In fact, most of the time, but I said that now because it seems to have gone dead silent, which is very strange at this time. Not normal at all, but that's because they don't want me to film the noise. They don't want to be exposed, because they know that when they make all that really noisy sound, that if there was a real human here with me right now and they started up with that noise next door, which they can do as soon as I turn the mobile off, at the very least they would say, gee, why is it so noisy? Do they have to make all that noise every time everyone does something? And they don't have to. Just as the vehicles on the road don't have to make aggressive noises. The trucks and every single vehicle, or most vehicles, at least every third vehicle that goes past me makes an aggressive noise, so that I'm continually bombarded with negative frequency and vibration or sound that is irritating to my mind, that disrupts me and puts my mind out of balance or makes me unhappy. I can't enjoy or even just be mildly content or even focus on where I'm walking when I go outside. I can't even concentrate fully on where I'm going and what I'm doing, because I'm surrounded by these noisy, stalking, patrolling vehicles and these noisy, stalking, patrolling AI machine planes that go